Suit up, Marvel enthusiasts! The time has arrived to unmask the secret of the superior Iron Man. From genius to egomaniac, what transformation lies ahead for this Tony Stark? We can't waste a moment, so let's go ahead and find out who's behind this evil Tony Stark. One of the most important concepts in the MCU is the multiverse. Multiverse was first introduced in the movie Doctor Strange 2016. Where the titular character learns about various alien dimensions, such as the Dark Dimension, the Mirror Dimension, etc. The multiverse was explored in the movie Avengers Endgame 2019. The Avengers used time travel with all the Infinity Stones from different historical points, creating several branches in the timeline just from the main one. The multiverse is a fascinating and complex concept that allows for endless possibilities and creativity in storytelling. It also enables fans to see their favorite character in new and exciting ways, and revisit some of the most iconic moments and scenes from previous films. The multiverse also raises questions about free will, identity, destiny, morality, and the consequences of tampering with time and space. The MCU's Multiverse Saga promises to be an epic and thrilling adventure that will expand the scope and scale of the franchise like never before. The multiverse is key in Phase 4, Phase 5, and Phase 6 of the MCU, which constitutes the Multiverse Saga. Many of the upcoming projects will feature characters and events from a different reality. Some of these projects will also introduce characters from non-MCU Marvel films, such as Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Alfred Molina's Dr. Octopus. The connection between Spider-Man No Way Home and Superior Iron Man is that both stories explore the concept of the multiverse, which is the existence of multiple realities that are parallel or alternate. In Spider-Man No Way Home, Peter Parker asks Doctor Strange to use magic to make the world forget that he's Spider-Man after Mysterio reveals his identity at the end of Far From Home. However, the spell goes wrong because of Parker's interference and breaks open the multiverse, allowing visitors from other worlds to enter Parker's universe. These include villains from previous Spider-Man films directed by Sam Raimi and Mark Webb, such as Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Electro, Sandman, and Lizard. They also include previous Spider-Man actors Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, who team up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man to fight against them. In Superior Iron Man, Tony Stark also deals with the consequences of the multiverse, as he encounters versions of himself from other realities that are either more heroic or more villainous than him. For example, he meets a version of himself from Earth 1610, the Ultimate Universe, a benevolent leader of a utopian society that uses extremists to cure diseases and enhance humanity. He also meets a version of himself from Earth 616, the main Marvel Universe, who is his original self before the Axis event, and who tries to stop him from his evil plans. He also meets a version of himself from Earth TRN 562, the Marvel Avengers Academy universe, a teenage student at a superhero school by Nick Fury. Both stories show how the multiverse can create different scenarios and outcomes for the same characters, depending on their choices and circumstances. They also show how the multiverse can create conflicts and challenges for the heroes as they face their counterparts or enemies from other worlds. One of the terms used describes the inhabitants of the multiverse called the variants. Variants are alternate versions of existing characters with different appearances, personalities, history, or abilities. Take the example from the series Loki 2021, which features several variants of Loki, such as Sylvie, Classic Loki, Kid Loki, Boastful Loki, President Loki, and Alligator Loki. Time travel can also create variations, such as Thanos and his army from 2014, who followed the Avengers in 2019 in the Endgame. The term variant was originally used by the Time Variance Authorities, TVA. These are enforcement agencies that monitor and cut off a deviation from the sacred timeline of Earth 616. However, it's also been adopted by Marvel's comics to refer to alternate versions of characters such as Kang the Conqueror. Superior Iron Man is the result of a Tony Stark whose genius care for the lives of others has been completely removed. Superior Iron Man is motivated by pure selfishness. With the same level of genius intellect at hand and unrestrained, Tony Stark quickly becomes very dangerous. Superior Iron Man's origins can be traced back to the Access event, in which the morality of Earth's hero and villains was reversed by magic. So, what is an Axis event? The Axis event in Marvel Comics was crossovers to our land that involved the Avengers, the X-Men, and a group of Indians who had teamed up against the Red Skull, which had fused the brain of Professor X and become the Red Onslaught. The Red Onslaught unleashed a global telepathic attack that caused violence among the people of Earth. To stop him, the Scarlet Witch and Doctor Doom cast a full spell called the Inversion, which controls the moral alignment of everyone present in that battle. This results in some heroes becoming evil and some villains becoming good. However, the inversion also had unintended consequences, such as altering the personality of those not directly affected by the spell. One of the heroes who was inverted by the spell was Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. He becomes a ruthless, arrogant version of himself who cares only about his ego and profit. He moved to San Francisco and launched a new app called Extremis 3.0, which could transform anyone's appearance and ability into an ideal self. However, the app was addictive and required a daily payment of hundreds of dollars to maintain its effect. Tony also created a new suit called Endosim Armor, made of liquid smart metal and bonded to his nervous system. He used his new suit and app to manipulate and blackmail people, as well as to fight against anyone who opposed him, such as Daredevil, Pepper Potts, and even his own AI backup for his original personality. He called himself Superior Iron Man, and believed that he was doing humanity a favor by making them better through his technology. The Axis event ended when the inversion spell was reversed again by Scarlet Witch. And Doctor Doom, with the help of several heroes and villains who had written their original morality or switched ideas voluntarily. However, Tony Stark shields himself from the reverse spell using his armor as Superior Iron Man, and continued in this skin. And he was confronted by Captain America, who had become an old man due to losing the super soldier serum in his body. The two former friends met each other on top of a crashing hilly carrier, which resulted in both of their apparent deaths. However, it was later revealed that Tony had survived and escaped to a secret location where he planned to rebuild his empire and return as Superior Iron Man someday. Another glimpse we saw in the movie Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is when Doctor Strange was captured by the Illuminati and led by many Ultron robots. This Ultron robot is an artificial intelligence originally designed by Tony Stark and Bruce Banner to be a part of the peacekeeping program, but he turned against his creators and tried to wipe out humanity. Ultron has various abilities depending on his robotic body, such as super strength energy projection, fighting, and hacking. Ultron has also created legions of copies of himself called Ultron drones or Ultron sentries. In the movie Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, there were hints that Superior Iron Man might be involved. Since Ultron robots appeared in that movie, they should be controlled by Iron Man, aka Superior Iron Man, or another evil Tony Stark variant, meaning that Ultron's legacy will continue to haunt the MCU heroes even after his apparent defeat in the Avengers Age of Ultron. Ultron might also have connections to the Darkhold, a powerful dark magic book seen in WandaVision. There were many reports that Tom Cruise was ready to take this Superior Iron Man character. Tom Cruise expressed interest in playing Iron Man before because he was one of the candidates to play the role Robert Downey Jr. was cast in 2008. Tom Cruise even discussed the project with Marvel, but he eventually dropped out due to creative differences. Playing Superior Iron Man could be a way for him to revise his interest in the character and show a different side of himself. Marvel Studio might want to introduce a Superior Iron Man in the movie to explore a new storyline and a new villain for the MCU. After the events of Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark died as a hero who sacrificed himself to save the universe from Thanos. However, someone who uses his technology or identity for evil could tarnish or corrupt his legacy. Superior Iron Man could threaten the world and challenge the new generation of heroes who look up to Tony Stark as inspiration. Moreover, the Superior Iron Man is a relatively new and fresh character without being adapted on screen. Introduction quotes for curiosity and interest among comic book fans and general audience alike. With the excitement building up for Superior Iron Man, there have been many questions. Will Tony Stark reshape the MCU? Stay tuned for updates and theories, and don't forget to hit that like button, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe for more superhero insights.